Sticks and stones break my bones, while words also hurt me. Sticks and stones only break skin, but words are ghosts that haunts me. Stay in the feeling of not feeling enough. It seems like my self-hatred is drowning my self-love. Living with my sister, she said I'm end up just like my mother. Just talked to my mom, said I'm end up like my brother. Getting called ugly and sitting alone at lunch. Clothes, they so dirty. Always feeling like I'm rough. Dad said I'm gonna have no home. Brother said I got no holes, so I'm gonna be alone. Each word is like a slant curved sword that falls and pierces and cuts forevermore. A metaphysical weapon that leaves lesions in the core. People say I gotta be the dumbest person they ever met. Like I'm walking around the world with no head. Contemplation of the words I was just fed, I look in the mirror and it seems like I'm everything they said.
Hey, we are back today. Today is Saturday the 10th. We are back with another special one. And today is going to be a big one. I'm getting better with a lot of the gadgets and gadgets, I guess, if that's what you want to say. Um, Today's topic is picking up the man. And if you look at the description of what we're going to talk about, this channel is all geared about men rights, men responsibility, men ownership, things that we need to do in our community for each other as men, because we look for everybody else to do things for us, but we don't not look for the men to help us in our community. And we're going to bridge the gap for a lot of things today. I'm gonna try to be quick. Um, and the biggest one is, why do we need men in our community? Um, Last week I spoke about the mayor of Chicago speaking about certain different things, and little kids is carrying guns and stuff like that. Um, we have to understand why. That's the $1 million question. Why are our babies, our kids carrying guns? And nobody wants to really impact that to say, they can say that is they can say it's slavery. I hear that is the school system, police system. There's not enough programs in the community. It says all them things. I'm like, it is police officers that protect and serve. It is programs. If you go downtown or find out how many nonprofit organizations that you have that's helping the youth, the children, the family, the men, food basket programs. It's all types of programs in a community that poor-minded people don't go seek the help that can actually go help them, but they'll seek the help that's going to sustain them for that moment. Now, I want you to understand what I said. Sustain them. That means they're just going to go to a food pantry to sustain them for a couple of days, but they won't go get a job or the research to keep the income coming, but they don't have to keep going back to the food pantry. And there ain't nothing wrong with who go to the food pantry, because today, in this day and age, everything is expensive. But on this, we want to talk about the real things that I see in my eyes and how things I feel that's what's actually going on in the community. Um, and I might hate, I'm, I will have people disagree on some aspects of certain things, but at the end of the day, what's the solution, and I'm gonna always make sure that I can come up with a solution that I think is best for what I'm speaking about. No more for further ado. Let's get in with the topic. The reason we need men in our community is because we having so many people dying. And I believe that a man is a pillar like a building that have a foundation. When you take that pillar from that foundation, it will crumble. I'm working on the analogy for the building that fell in Florida. It's nothing to do about the death of it. I mean, I don't want to, people are like, oh, he's talking about that. But I want y'all to understand that building that was there, it fell. The foundation crumbled. But one thing that shocked me when I start looking at that, the situation, they was fixing the roof. And I said, hold on. Y'all didn't know, the architect didn't know that that foundation was so weak. Y'all decided to try to fix the roof that's leaking. That that can be a stain, but the foundation that hold the roof up, the hold people there that y'all not gonna try to fix, it's like helping women constantly, keep helping them constantly, but you're not trying to put your efforts in helping the men that's the foundation of the community. And when you don't help the foundation in the community, you losing. You see mass killings because of lack of father. You see robbery, lack of fathers. You see obesity for women and young girls, lack of fathers, lack of men. I don't know why I keep saying fathers, but it's men, fathers, whatever. I got to get that together, but whatever. You see all this, but you still complain, and I be looking at the news like, why are y'all complaining? Y'all know this cause of these problems, but y'all blame it on everybody else except the main problem. That's no man in the family, no man in the community that's positive, regardless of the fact. Statistics shows a young man will follow a man, even if it's a drug dealer man or a father figure man. A drug dealer, a young boy will follow a man. And if we have more drug dealer men, more men that want to look for women or fashion, we're going to have a community of that. I'm not saying everybody should be good, because that's just not going to happen. It's just not. I don't care what type of programs you got. I don't care how many billions of dollars. It's not going to happen. But I don't see a lot of positive role models in our community. And when I do see positive role models in the community, that one individual is trying to do it on his own, and he's still dealing with his personal demons and issues as well. Um, it got to be a group effort, but it can't be a group effort if we keep saying women and children is more important than the foundation. I, I'm not understanding even how they'll even remotely think that's logic. Like the scientists and doctors, spiritual said the same thing. You cannot have a great life if you don't have a man. We gonna go and do a break, and I will be right back. Okay, now I'm back. I had to do something. Um, I feel like the information that they'll keep trying to give us as men, um, that we can we can pay child support, but you don't make us see our kids. And I just really want us to think about that, like right now. Like, you know, judges or whoever saying yes and no to the men and to the women. Like, that's who I'm talking to right now. Like, when a man and a woman come, let's start at the base. One, we don't supposed to be having sex with women being married, but we do that a lot anyway. That means right there, that's poverty right there. Half of the girls and boys that's having sex today is just having sex with no type of repercussion. They're not thinking about really nothing. They don't got the plans that they'll have a baby. We just had kids. I was a teen father. That means I'm in the same boat of who I'm talking to. We have these kids and we both go have sex. Now, I'm going to have sex. The girl pregnant. Now, she can tell me I can't be in that kid life, but she want me to pay child support. Also, that the judges know, the prosecute know, the attorneys know that if I'm not in my kid's life, my kid is highly likely to drop out of school, highly likely to sell drugs, highly likely to have obesity, have likely to hate or anything else. But they'll still say, I don't care, pay the money. And nothing is wrong with paying the money. But when you don't force it, that if when you force, I cannot see my kids because the mother that I had sex with, the mother that I was humping and we was sexing and you was loving me and all this, now she have a problem with me. Now she can tell you I can't see my kids because I'm with another woman and you allow that to happen? Come on, man. What are you talking about? Like, that makes no sense. Judges, y'all should understand that that makes no sense. If you see the statistics saying we need more men in our community, and you still letting this woman be the sole provider to say yes or no to their kids, but she didn't say yes or no for me to have sex with her. She didn't say no, don't have sex with me. But now all of a sudden I'm a bad person, but you already knew what I was before you had sex with me. I picked you up at the store. I was messing with your cousin. You cheated on your boyfriend to mess with me. Come on, let's not talk. Let's not talk. Y'all don't really want to talk to me because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now you come with this baby, and this baby want their father. Listen to me. I don't care how much you say that a kid don't. A kid want their mother and father. 100%. Stop it, judges. Y'all the ones that's killing our community with these dumb laws that a woman have more right than the men. It just, to me, I just think it's stupid. And you hear all these statistics of why the man, why these boys are killing themselves and suicidals and now mass shooting is crazy. You go outside, you getting shot. Somebody right now is getting shot right now, or somebody right now is plotting to shoot somebody. Somebody right now is in a house broken and saying that we about to go rob somebody because we need some food. Besides telling that boy to go get a job, but if he had a father in his life or a man figure in his life to say, hey, I'm gonna teach you how to work. I'm gonna teach you how to go get your own money. I'm gonna teach you how to be pride to make sure that you have your own, not go steal from your brother. See, we don't have them in our community right now to even do that. We have in our community, even when we do have the men's, it's you go take that because that's yours. Or we jealous because that person got theirs. Or we want to rob this person because he got the new car. or we want to rob this person because X, Y, and Z. That's what it's about today. Even with the men that's in the house, that's what they'll think about. 80% of the men that's around their kids, and I work with children, they don't teach their kids nothing that's important besides fashion, sexing, or they're not there, or they're worrying about the mama new boyfriend. Man, we gotta stop, man. And I tell people I love men. I want men to succeed in life. I need men to succeed in life. If men do not succeed in life, our community is going to crumble. Our community will never grow. Our kids, our family will never grow. We will always have a poverty mindset. We will always have a hood. And we will always have death. I guarantee you, once you understand that men are very important to the dollar that you make, you'll be like, I don't believe you. I'm telling you, it's true. It's 100% true when you build that man up and that man go instill love and kindness and happiness and joy in their kid's life. What do you think that kid is going to do? That kid is going to speak prosperity, love, peace, happiness, joy. That's what that kid is going to speak. Now, that kid is going to speak that. Say if the next door neighbor had a dad in there, and the dad is saying the same thing to the kid. Let's say 30 more men in the same community doing the same thing. What do you think that community is going to turn out to be? It's going to turn out to be a positive model of why we need men in our community. Why is it very important that the men need to stay in their kids' life for they can instill love in them? Why that we need men in our community for our young boys don't thinking that sex would make them a man. I got jewelry, I got this would make me somebody. A man would show a kid their gift. A man would show a kid how to create their gift to the world. That's what a man would do. A man will stand that foundation to that family root to hold it strong. Because even in my family, my grandfather was the strength to my brother, my uncles, and my aunties. They didn't too much care for each other. But when my grandfather died, it put a separation. When my grandma died, shit went to hell. Everything was just get done after that. Like everything was just done. But let's go back to what I was saying. That man, my grandfather kept that together. My grandfather kept them talking. My grandfather made sure that there was all around. Today is not that anymore. Today is I hate you. Today is who got the best shoes. Today is I got the money. Today is everything else besides education. No one want to teach our kids about education. But if we had a man in a home, that man is going to make sure that that kid is doing what they'll need to do. And let me not get it wrong. It is some wonderful men in the community. I tip my hats off to each man that is doing the damn thing out here. I tip my hat off to all the men that's struggling to make the relationship work. Make the relationship work with the mother, even when you don't want to be there. I commit all the blessings of what you're going through, and I pray for you. Because it is very hard when you try to do something the right way, and life is getting at you. Seeing some men walking down the street with their kids in strollers. I commend you. Just doing the effort of being there when life tells you you can't do it. We need to come together, man, to step up and say enough is enough. Enough is enough that we should not be bearing our kids so much heavily that it's blunt that, okay, kids is dead. Kids are just dying, like this dying, and all these politics and people like, I don't know why they're dying. It's because it's not enough for police officers. What? Are you serious? What do the police officers got to do with protect and serve when you got mass shootings because it's a lack of father at home, and it brought up depression, it brought up anger, it brought up strife. I know that because I dealt with a lot of that stuff, not having a father. I'm not saying when we put a man in the house, everything gonna go away. I'm not saying that either. But I promise you, you put that man back in the house, he gonna hold some damn foundation in that son of a gun. I guarantee you that. Because I promise you, that building in Florida has some type of foundation. Still, it would still be standing. You cannot expect to take a foundation from a building and don't think that building is going to work. That's going to stand strong. I don't even know why people even think that's possible, but people do. If you come here to think that I'm a bash man, I'm not. If you think I'm a bash women, I'm not. I'm not bashing nobody. I'm just saying what I see when I look out in the community, when I'm working out in the community, when I see our community is being decimated from death, it hurts my feelings because I got kids that's going to have a family out here. And I got cousins and brothers and sisters and friends that got kids that's going to come out into this community, and we giving our next generation bull crap community services. How is we going to be better for the next generation? I'm asking everybody if you know someone, pick up that man. That's what this is about. Pick up the man next to you, for that man can go get some help to a recovery center, to a mental health center, to your pastor, to a community service, to mentors, to a job. Man, listen to me. Come to Break Change, Make Changes. We'll make you happy. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. But what we're going to do is we're going to set everything aside and seeing how can we best serve you at Break Change, Make Changes. That's my organization that I'm a founder over. I love this organization with my whole heart because I've been through so much stuff. And because of the walk I did with the faith of God in this organization, it challenged me to be that man for my family. That's why I know this organization will work. This program will work. In this program, this organization is not meant to do it by itself. We need the father programs. We need the mother programs. We need the community programs to come engage with Break Change, Make Changes, where we can be that pillar to help men to get self-love, self-motivation, confidence, understanding what is respect. We need that. But before I go, because I have to go, you know I got stuff to do. I want to leave you with something that I created that I think that it would be something that you can give back to somebody, share it to somebody, but understand the statistics of why our community is going the way it's going.
In addition, we have the lakefront, which is kind of a area where 4th of July people like to visit, and any and all other gathering points.
Other civilian city agencies will also be issuing citations and shutdown orders to unlicensed nightclubs and drug party houses where large gatherings are prone to sometimes turn violent.
We need to work together as a city to combat the issues plaguing our city. It's not just
all the violence that we are seeing in our community is due to the lack of men in our community that's positive role models. Men, let's rise up in our community so we can take back our kids, our community, and our streets, so we can live in a better community no matter where we at. How many more kids have to die till we realize that this is not a game anymore? It is people's life. How many more kids that we have to see go to prison for years How many more kids that we have to see never make it because they'll just want
Parents,
their
we should
father
not leave our
and their
kids out
life
here
mothers.
alone to fend for themselves. We can do better as a community.
Yes, take that in mind because that's what is going on. The statistics is true, and we lacking the truth. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, with a prayer and a spoken word. And my prayer is, I wish each and every parent that's parents today can step up and to understand what's more important. And it's not about the money as much as it's about the soul that you are carrying in your stomach, women and men, when you have that kid, the responsibility that you have to do as a father. That I ask God to touch not only y'all, but touch me and us as a community, no matter where you at, that He bless you to understand. But that's what's important. When we sleep at night, our kids is up crying when they don't have a father or a mother that can soothe them at night. Let us put our pride aside and let's come back together as God wanted us to, as He wanted us to build our village and our community, for we can strive to have a great blessing of a life. My spoken word is, this is a little boy right now staring out the window crying, looking for his dad. He do not want to become his dad, but everything about him is his dad. The resilience of what people say about his dad, he hated, but he still is his dad. He move, he shake, he comes, he go. He run away because he don't want to be his dad, but he become to be his dad. He never saw his dad never spoke to him. Everybody say, man, you look just like your dad. But internally, I get mad inside because you know who my dad is. And from you, from your other arms connecting me to my dad, tell him to come and give me a hug because his son is sad inside. But my dad wished me nothing but bad luck. He gave me nothing but pain and strife. He hated me. Now I hate myself. Everything I didn't want to be like, I'm like him, but worse. I look in this mirror now, seeing the disgust of my father. I took the glass, I cut it, I stabbed it, but I end up stabbing myself and cutting my own arm for the pain that I had inside of not me seeing my father inside. Mothers, come to us. Please, next time you lay with a man, let that be your husband. Make that be the one that you love inside. Make that one to be the one that you would die inside. For you to have a family with a man inside. Let me not be staring outside of the window, crying inside, like the rain dripping down my rain, all inside. Please, don't let me die inside because your ignorancy just want to lay on your back and get pregnant inside. There's a million, thousands of babies swimming. Why couldn't I be the one that didn't make it? Why was I the one that had to suffer for the things that my mom and dad did? It sucks, but I'm here. I got to make the best decision in my life now because I'm 30. Mom, I got to love you because God said, honor your mother and father for your days can be longer in life. But just remember this, Mom. You should have made a better decision for my life. Now I got to go out into this life feeling scared inside. I'm working on everything to be great for what I do. My feelings is always for men, and I hope each and every man have a blessed day today, and I hope each and every man help another man and pick that man up. Why do we need men in our community? For our community can strengthen the next community. Y'all have a blessed one.